Going on, folks? I had a previous post that I've spoke of, can a Christian be a narcissist? And if you looked at previous posts that I've had before, videos, whatever you want to call them, I let people know that I was delivered from being a narcissist. We all know there's different levels of being a narcissist. You feel what I'm saying? There's different levels. It's just the way it is. But I spoke of in the previous video of certain basically spirits that'll come into you in a sense that will have you become a narcissist, even being a Christian. And I spoke of anger, pride, unforgiveness, these things, right? Which they all are contrary to who God is. They're all contrary to the Holy Spirit. So what happens is we have our own emotion. You feel what I'm saying? We have our own emotion. And a lot of people don't know we are wrapped up in a sense of we have a lot of ways of the enemy, which is Satan, pride, unforgiveness, these things, anger. And what I mean by anger is because, God does get angry as well. But the anger that I'm talking about is the one that clouds your judgment, the one that you're making unrational decisions, and you're just doing certain things. So what happens is we go through these things, experiences trauma in life. And I'll just start with anger. And something will happen where, for instance, for me, I'll even speak for me, my dad passed away. And when my dad passed away, I was a senior. Matter of fact, I wasn't a senior, I graduated, but that was my senior year or when he died. That same year, He died in September. I graduated in May. But I was trying to go to college. And for those that knew, I had scholarships. I had a lot of scholarships, especially I ran track and football. And my dad passed away in September. I was supposed to go take my ACT. For those that I don't know if that's everywhere across the world, but the ACT is basically like a state test that kind of tells you where you are. But anyway, I was supposed to take my state test in October, and he died in September, and I felt like I just couldn't function. And anger sat in that I'm like, man, my Superman has passed away, and I felt like I couldn't be who I needed to be because I didn't have that father figure around or who I needed. So anger sat in my heart. I began to spaz out on my mom. She did nothing to me. Spazzing out on my sisters, people that was around that was really there for me, because anger blinded my judgment. Anger had me listening or hearing different. Anger has things coming out of my mouth saying certain things. So anytime, but the problem is when it gets into your heart, that's like your storage file. So when it gets into your heart, now it becomes of you. So now anger has now transitioned or added to pride. So we have anger, we have pride. I'm talking about me now. Now I'm prideful talking to my family like I'm the man in charge, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean? That's what happens. These things get into your heart and they're lies. They're lies. But I'm going to tell you this right now. We all, because we're in this world, we all have attributes of God and we have attributes of Satan. People may not agree to what I'm saying, but it's a true statement. When you are prideful, that comes from who? Other guy. That don't come from God. Because what happened to Satan before he got sent down? He was Lucifer. Then pride rose in his heart. Pride. But what happens is he started to consider this thing. He started to consider. And when you become to consider and you have that thought process and you're saying, you know what, this is what I need to do. This is what I will do. And God knows that. So these things come into our hearts. These things come, don't get me wrong, everybody goes through these. Everybody is going to experience something of this nature. Everybody has experienced where anger has come in. Somebody lost a loved one or lost a job or whatever it is. But you do have an option. You see, that's the thing about these things. These are choices. You have a choice to stay angry, or you have a choice to get angry and analyze why are you angry and move on from that. See, when you read the scriptures, one thing I would say, when the disciples were, kind of acting a certain type of way with Jesus always says, ye of little faith. Jesus was always chastise them and get them in order, like, man, y'all worrying about all this stuff that's going on, and I've overcome. I've given you the same spirit that I've overcame. Just like pride, the Holy Spirit will show you yourself and show you where, what happened, how it got there, if you allow God to do that. And the Holy Spirit will guide you through deliverance, self-deliverance, or, other things, as far as it could be through deliverance ministry, so on and so forth. But one thing I will say, you can be delivered from all of these things, especially being a narcissist. Proof in the pudding, y'all. But one thing I will tell y'all, regardless, whatever you are delivered from, and even being delivered from being a narcissist, guess what? It will come knocking at your door again, because it's like, hey, I used to be in here before. Let's see if he or she's going to bite and receive us again. So one thing I will say, you can be delivered, but you have to continue to do the work that to stay delivered. You know what I mean? So you can be delivered as being a narcissist. God can heal any sickness. God can deliver anybody. There's nothing too hard for God. And being a narcissist is something he can do and deliver you just like he delivered me. You have a good day. Be a blessing to somebody. Be a blessing to somebody. And you truly can be a blessing by getting delivered. Because I'm telling you, you'll see things a lot different. You'll hear things a lot different. You'll speak a lot different. You'll feel your heart not hardened. You'll feel your heart not a certain type of way. It won't feel clenched. Tell you, get delivered and get set free. Because there's many people out there that's waiting, and that's on your list as an individual, as an assignment to you. Start your deliverance today. Be delivered and set free. Have a good day, y'all.